finally back after what seems like the longest hiatus ever. No excuses, but sometimes life throws you curveballs and your priorities have to change. Hi, Darlene Dawn, and today's snippet is my long hiatus. This will be episode 116 and does not contain as much humor as some of my others do, so if you're not into real life, you may want to skip this one. Life happens. We all know that. Illness, family members passing, broken computers, and it's not all bad. A beautiful grandson that our kids needed help with. Hubby and I have had the year from hell. No Christmas, no New Year's, and we're still not 100% after being bombarded with the worst flus and pneumonia more than once in our lives. But no longer can I put things off that bring me joy. I realize that my life is on the last chapter, and that not only is that hard to believe, but it has me racing to do all the things that I put off doing. My priorities have shifted, and no longer do I want to do the mundane household chores that are much like rinse and repeat to monopolize what is left of what I consider valuable time left here on this planet. I'm not saying I'm going to live like a slob, but I am going to make those things a lower priority and make time for the things that I really enjoy doing. The world is, for lack of a better term, kind of a mess, and I feel that we need more love and more joy just to get through the day. You barely have to leave your doorstep to see how angry and scared people have become. This new normal has left people in fear, and I do believe it is fear that has changed the tone of how people live their lives now. There seems to be less compassion and more pushing and shoving so that they can get what they want and get out of the store or wherever they are without so much as a nod or a nice word to another human being. When people are afraid, they tend to lash out at others. I realize that I don't have any more time for fear, and I need to live not only in the moment, but in every single second that I have left. So let the shit fly where it may. The news is not going to keep me a prisoner to living, and I will do all that I can to support my country, but I will not have a government tell me what I cannot do in my own home, etc. I will not allow them to tell me when and how to blow my nose and how many tissues I can use. And as of late, oh my gosh, you should see the amount of tissues. They're flowing out of here like water with all the coughing that's going on. We want to travel, and we've waited until the latter part of our years to do the most amount of travel. We've traveled, but we wanted to do most of our traveling once our grandson has gotten older, and we will scale down on our home and we'll live a different type of life. Now, with family deaths, we've realized that no one knows when their number's up. So it's kind of made us feel like we got to get going on some of these things. For the last 4 years, we were so fortunate to have the joy of our grandson, and I cannot imagine a life without the wonderful, compassionate, empathetic little boy that he is. Now, we still have him in our lives. We're still watching him, but not as frequent. And as he gets older and once he's into school, we won't be needed as much. And we can maybe get on more with what we want to do with our lives. But he will never be far from our hearts, and we will never be far from him because we love him so much. I wrote a kid's book that I can't seem to find, and it's somewhere in this house. Of course, I wrote it in a black book, of which I have many that I'm always writing in. I bring books with me everywhere, and I'm always jotting down things. If I'm at an appointment of any kind, I'm jotting down stories or any kind of writing. I do a lot of handwriting. I enjoy the actual process of writing on paper. So when I find it, I'd like to get on with it, get it illustrated, and maybe get it out there. I thought it was kind of cute. And I started it actually before our grandson was born, and I didn't really have a name for the child in the book, and now that he's born, his name will be in the book. But I'm also anxious to get back to my podcasting. And more, I finally invested in a new computer, and as for being older, I find video editing and making content much easier on a desktop than an iPad or laptop. I'm ready to regroup and make the time for the things that I really enjoy doing, and hopefully in the process entertain, educate, and maybe even enhance your day with a chuckle. Life is filled with everyday funny moments. Life is also hard and comes with many obstacles. They say it's not for the faint of heart, and they, whoever they are most definitely right. We see some people and you watch them and you say, why does life go so perfect for them? But really, you have no idea what's going on in their life. You only see what they are projecting to the world. You're only seeing what they want you to see. You may think your friends and neighbors have it better than you, that they have this idealistic life, when in reality, they're going through more trauma than you could ever imagine. Social media is bad for making people think that others have it better, when in reality we've all heard and we all know that the opposite is often true. People often post more and put this pretense of this life to show that everything is perfect in their lives, when actually it is not. It's just a way of making them feel better about themselves. Now, I'm not saying this is the case in every situation, nor am I saying that you should not post on social media. Posting what you want others to see is a choice. I choose not to post where I go and what I do and lots of things that we do, so it might look like we do nothing. We do a lot of things, but we don't post it on social media. We don't feel the need to. I do post the odd thing like birthdays or anniversaries or things like that. I might do a short post, but rarely do I post where I'm going, what I'm eating, what I'm doing. That's something I just do very little of. And that's my choice. It is your choice how you live your life and how you choose to share it with others. 100% is your choice. I think I just want you to know that some of the media posts that are filled with laughter are often behind the scenes filled with tears. And those are things that we're not aware of until something horrific happens in that influencer's life and we hear about it afterwards. And that really saddens me, that sometimes putting too much of yourself out there is not always a good thing. I want you to be aware that things are not always what they seem. If ever there was a year for that, this is the year. I'm shaking my head laughing at that one. We are all influenced by things that go on in the world, but always know that you always have choices in life. You have a choice in how you react. You have a choice in what you are going to do, and a choice in how you want to live your life. When you plant your feet on the ground each morning as you get out of bed, it is your decision whether or not you wish to make it a good day or a bad one. Starting off with the right attitude can influence the outcome of any given day. How you react to negativity and adversity also can be a game changer towards how your day will be. Choose to make it a good day. I know I am. Until next time, bye for now.